Okay, so yeah, like I started saying, my name is Stephen Sunday, and I am an ambassador with Algorand. And like, I'm sure that we have interacted in one way or the other, and you are a dev, that's why you are here. I have probably maybe spoken to you about blockchain, or maybe we had cause to discuss blockchain. But meanwhile, I can just give you a quick, you can take advantage of it as a dev. Um, so, um, so blockchain is a peer-to-peer system that permits uh, transactions between two people in a highly encrypted environment, and it permits people to exchange value via a peer-to-peer protocol. And like I said, it is highly encrypted, and it also, okay, sorry, someone is here. Okay, it also permits sorry, I'm sorry, I'm doing two things at the same time. Sorry. Okay, so yeah, it permits people to be able to interact with one another in a highly secured environment that is completely decentralized. Now, the reason why you have people promoting or wanting to use blockchain is the fact that one of the characteristics is it is highly decentralized, and then it's also highly secured, and it's very transparent. So you find people pushing for either transparency or decentralization or security, and that's why they are willing to, or rather they are thinking towards um, using Algorand, or sorry, using blockchain as a means of uh, technology integration or deployment. So Algorand falls within the blockchain 3.0. Now, I believe you all know what Bitcoin is, and then Ethereum. So uh, Bitcoin was the first blockchain use case that was used to be able to announce these characteristics that are embedded in the protocol. And Ethereum came and built something more advanced than what Bitcoin is. Ethereum didn't stop at just using cryptocurrency or maybe cash transfers and all that. Ethereum went far as having what is called smart contracts. And usually smart contracts are used to are deployed on the blockchain to be able to enhance usability and to also guarantee automation of the systems. So for sorry, I need to just grant some people access. For Ethereum, it decided to go a bit advanced, and then also to implement some scalability functionality as well, like things to make the blockchain very scalable and usable. Um, so Algorand is, so there's a 3.0 now. 3.0 are those blockchain platforms that have built solutions that above or beyond where Ethereum stopped. Okay, so now they are solving, now Ethereum, or rather some of these blockchain platforms have some limitations with scalability, and then of course there are others with security issues and all of that. So Web 3.0 blockchain protocols are protocols that have solved the issue of scalability or security or transparency or whatever it is that 2.0 is lacking. So for Algorand, the reason why it's Web 3.0, now Algorand, there was a proposal from the founder of Ethereum called Vitalik. He proposed that that a blockchain platform cannot be decentralized, cannot be secured, and cannot be scalable at the same time. So it's either you have two of the three. You either have a blockchain that is scalable and decentralized, but not secured, or secured and decentralized, but not scalable. So you cannot have three at the same time. Now, Algorand proved this to be very wrong. And this is one of the parts that made me fall in love with Algorand and to do what I'm doing today. The fact that Algorand was able to fix this blockchain trilemma. Now, in doing so, Algorand was able to, first of all, Algorand is very secured. It is very decentralized. When you talk about decentralization of blockchain protocol, Algorand is using a pure proof of stake blockchain consensus protocol. Now, what happens during consensus is this. You will need to have a blockchain protocol that permits, or rather, before a transaction is written or before a block is written on the blockchain or before it's recorded, there has to be some certain confirmations, okay? And these are usually done in a mathematical order, such that you find you have people confirming that these transactions are real, and then of course it is being written on the blockchain. Now on Algorand, anyone, as long as you have stake on the blockchain, you can participate in consensus. So with as little as one algo, you can have you can also participate in the consensus protocol. Sorry, I have to take time to explain all this so that you understand what Algorand is before I just introduce you to what we are going to be looking at. So just a quick overview of what Algorand is, and that's all. So Algorand has, so in terms of scalability, Algorand has fixed that you can perform 1,000 transactions in 4 seconds, and that's super fast. That's very good speed for a blockchain solution. Now, we all know that, or rather, let me not assume that we all know, but some of us here on the call are already blockchain developers, and we know that once you design or develop a protocol or develop a solution, you will discover that it takes time for usually the solutions we've worked on, and basically we've worked on Ethereum, now you discover that it takes time for your transaction to pull through, because it has to fetch data from the blockchain, and all of that, and blah, 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 blah. Long story short is usually blockchain transactions they take time. But for Algorand to be able to have 1,000 transactions in 4 seconds, it means it is really super fast, okay? And for solutions around Africa, I think that's what we need. We need very fast transactions, very, very fast, because of our number and then because of the kind of transactions we do around here. Now, these are the teams, these are the guys that are in the forefront in Algorand, but of course they are not the only ones. There are quite a lot of people, but these 4 guys are really, they are leaders in their own different fields of expertise, and they put together what we're doing on Algorand and what we will continue to do. Now, so like I told you, Algorand uses a pure proof of stake consensus algorithm. And what this simply means is like I said, you can participate in consensus. Like you can also run a node and then confirm transactions as well with as little as one algo that is staked. You can participate. Now, the way this is done, with Algorand doesn't have a central system where people are selected to participate. No, the system is automated, and then people I choose, or rather, nodes are choose are being nodes. Node are the nodes are picked randomly to participate in to confirm these transactions or to participate in these transactions. So this, like I told you, Algorand is using pure proof of stake consensus algorithm, and I think the network is bad. A lot of people keep going out, coming back. Okay. Sorry. So yeah, and then of course it is very permissionless. So it is open source. That's why I told you that I will show you some things where how you can participate in Algorand, and then of course how you can be an active contributor on Algorand. Um, it also has very fast transactions. Very, very fast, like I told you, 1,000 transactions in 4 seconds. No forking, of course. You can't remodel Algorand. Maybe when things are not working, like do a remodeling. You can upgrade on chains, and then you can scale to billion of users. Of course, with 4,000 transactions, you can have 1,000 transactions in 4 seconds. You can have a lot of users, like really. Okay, so the advantages of running on Algorand is, of course, it is borderless, and the fact that it operates a pure proof of stake consensus algorithm makes it really very decentralized, and you can write smart contracts. Like, so I would introduce you to Teal. Teal is Algorand's smart contract language, and of course I will just show you some of the things you need to know. And you can build any kind of decentralized application on Algorand. We have all the tools. I will show you as we move forward. I will show you. You can also build assets on Algorand. So you can also have your own token running on Algorand as well. You can have different things running on Algorand. You can build your own solutions and plug it onto Algorand. It's as easy as that. Myself and some guys, even on this call, I think I have like 2 guys that were working together to be able to fix. I don't know if the others have joined the call, but we are working on some things to deploy on Algorand. We already have prototypes running, and we're soon going to be having our solution deployed on Algorand. So wait for the news when we break the news, everyone will get to hear it. But of course, yes, you can build anything on Algorand, like anything. So how can you access? So Algorand has a token that is called Algo, and you can purchase Algo from these crypto exchanges. So crypto.com is a wallet that you can buy and stake Algo. I think they recently announced, last week they announced that you can stake for a month, you can stake for 2 months. Like, they have different rewards for different staking period. And Bitmax, Gate.io, OKEx, Binance, all these guys offer algos are available on their exchanges, and of course you can interact with, you can stake your Algorand there for reward or whatever it is, where you can get algos from them. Yeah, so talking about building and then integration on Algorand, some of the leading technology giants in the blockchain industry, or rather in the tech industry, are actually plugging to Algorand. We have, previously we used to have just one stable coin on Algorand, but right now we have like two, I think. We have Theta and then we have USDC. USDT, that's Theta, and then USDC is also a stable coin, and then blockchain wallet is also a very big wallet that is using Algorand to be able to have to do some form of integration. And of course, you can, like I said, you can build anything, and all these guys are offering different services, and you can take advantage of it and then be part of what Algorand is doing. So like I told you, yeah, if you're a developer on the call, we have some documentations that you can go through. You can visit developer.algorand.org. We have all the documentations that you need to get started on Algorand there. And then, so this is why I told you that I would want you to come on the call so we can have you take advantage of this second one. Now, apply for Dev Grants program. If you are a developer and you are willing to do some form of integration with Algorand, Algorand can give you grants, in that regard. Sorry, I'd love to have, okay, yes, no problem. So Algorand would give you some incentive, to be able to build on Algorand and all of that. And then, of course, if you are still very skeptical about what to build, or maybe you have some ideas, but building an integration might be an issue for you, you can connect directly to Algorand via sending them an email via ecosystem@algorand.org. And then, of course, you can Hello, can you all hear me? If you can, just type. I will be able to pick up whatever you type. And so if there are questions, let me attend to your questions now. Then we move to the second section. I will quickly just show you, or rather, I can just move to the second section. And yes, okay, no problem. Yeah, so if you can, please. Should I just go ahead with the second presentation? This is just a brief introduction of what Algorand is. I would now show you why we're here and then how you can take advantage of everything that is. Okay. So let me see what this guy is saying. Okay, yeah, okay. So, so Algorand development tool, we have, like I mentioned earlier on, we have SDKs that you can walk around with while developing on Algorand. So you can either work with JavaScript SDK, Java SDK, Python, or Go SDK. Now, these SDKs are very much, they are easy to go by, like they are easy to use, and you can just set up the SDKs. Okay, within the week or so, we noticed that the tools that are available right now, like if you want to set up a node on Algorand and you are not on Mac, it might be a bit difficult for you to set up a node because it's easier for you to work around the SDKs. You set up Docker and then work with the SDKs than for you to be able to set up a node and then you want to interact with the node. I think it's pretty much easier for those who are on Mac to be able to run nodes on Algorand. Probably maybe, anyway, I'll push to see if there is a way forward, but I have discovered that it is a bit difficult to work with the node. If you want to set up the node on Windows, you might not be able to do it at the moment. Probably maybe you need a one-on-one tutorial to be able to fix it. But of course, you can communicate with the node, not necessarily from your machine. Like you can do it online and all that. But the reason why I would have loved you to have the node locally set up is so that you can easily interact with, when you're building, you can easily interact with your node and then test whatever you're testing and all of that. It's easier than having to run online, okay? So, yeah, but basically, we have SDKs that you can work around with. Like I said, if you're a JavaScript developer or Java, Python, or a Go developer, you can just easily find your way around this. And also, setting up your node, for those using Mac, I will just drop the command lines for you to be able to set up the node very easily and like to have your way around it. And also accessing grants from Algorand. So now, basically, like I started saying before now, you can build any use case on Algorand, but there is something I want to share with all of you here. Now, if you are a blockchain dev, you can become an active contributor on Algorand, or you can contribute actively on Algorand by building tutorials. Now you can do either video tutorials or text-based tutorials for starters and submit to Algorand, and of course you will get paid. Now, like I told you, you can get about 5,000 algos for your contribution. So, like you have a community, you can build a tutorial for it can be either an intermediate level, or a beginner level, or an advanced level tutorial. And then you get about 5,000 algos in reward for that. So if your solution, if your tutorial, or rather what you are able to build is very if it's very solid, okay, Algorand will be able to host it on their developer.algorand.org website. And of course, you get incentive for doing that. And also you can get, now Algorand has in grants, Algorand has announced about 250 million algos, which is about $45 million or so, $54 million in funding for developers who or rather in grants. So there are 4 categories here. Now, 1, research and infrastructure, research proposals and proposals. If you are into research and of course you are doing research in a way that Algorand will be able to benefit, or the blockchain ecosystem will benefit from entirely, you can submit your proposal to Algorand, and of course you'll be funded, to carry on the research. And then of course you can develop tools and infrastructure. So like I told you, Algorand is open source, and if you are able to contribute to the ecosystem entirely, Algorand will be able to fund your whatever contribution you're doing, your development process. Also, like I said, you can build applications. Of course, myself and my friends, like I told you, we're aiming at accessing these funds from Algorand. Also, if you have a community that you can build models or modules that your community can go through using Algorand, that will be super exciting. And of course, Algorand will be able to fund that educational process that you're doing and all of that. So it's something that I would really want a lot of you to take advantage of, or rather to take, to be able to use the opportunity wisely, and to be able to access these fundings that are available. For me, I wanted to show, I will show you something on, I will show you something on my local environment, like how you can be able to start running, how you can be able to start working with you. I will show you in a short while, but meanwhile, let me entertain all your questions. So let me stop sharing this and then entertain your questions. And so if you have any question, let me hear you. You can type your questions, please. If there's anything you didn't understand, please just let me know. I will just clarify, and oops, we go. Okay, yes, yeah, you can. Yes, you can. If you can build, if you can build, or rather, if you can have a video tutorial on how these things can be done very easily, like installing. No, I think they have the installation process is basically is easier if you are using Linux or you are using Mac, but I think for Windows it's quite difficult. So if you can uh, do like a video tutorial on how to do this installation, I think, yeah, you can get an incentive for doing that. Yes, I can easily say that. Yes, you can. And okay, now there's a question again about the notes and we using Windows. If, for example, I choose to develop with JavaScript, don't I need to run the node to sync my application built with JavaScript to the node? Or can I just use JavaScript without syncing the node? Okay, yeah, I think, so basically, that's why I would recommend, I think you can sync online as well. Yeah, I think you can really sync online. If setting up the node is difficult, using Windows, I think you can sync online, even though it might really take a whole lot of data. Yeah, because you're trying to do this is pretty dicey, but I think yes, I think you can. I think you can. If you cannot work with the node locally, you can say you can work with it online. Like you can just jump online and then fix whatever you're working on with. But basically, having to set it up anyway. So what we are going to do is we will make sure that we have. I will see how I can push to make this easier for Windows users, so that because I notice quite a lot of developers around here are using Windows, and very few use Mac. So what we will do is to find a way of making this thing run. Okay, to find a way making it easier and all of that. So someone has someone said something here. Let me just see. If you had used Remix ID, okay, aha. Now Remix, okay, on Ethereum, Algorand will also have a platform just like that. Yes, where you can be able to. Yes, yes. So once you go to developer.algorand.org, let me just type it here. Developer.algorand.org. Once you go here, you will be able to, if you go to developer.algorand.org, you will be able to access everything that you need for development around Algorand. Like, I mean, practically everything. So if you are here on the call and then you need more help, let me just switch to, if there are no questions, let me allow you guys to ask all the questions. Then if you don't have any question, then I'll switch to my VS Code and then just show you something little. But of course, like I told you, whatever contribution you're doing on Algorand, just communicate with me directly, and whatever contribution you want to make, of course there will be incentive, and I bet you as a developer, you're contributing to Algorand, the incentive is even higher. Okay, so let's communicate whatever contribution you want to make. Let's coordinate so that I can help you through and see how we can continue with that. But of course, like I said, some people already here are building on Algorand, or rather they are thinking of integrating with Algorand. Okay, I was just talking to some people and they were asking how much does one algo. Okay, they can just check on. They can check on either. Okay, they can just go to gates.io, or they can go to Binance.com. Oh, sorry, it's not finance, it's Binance. I'm sorry, it is Binance.com. Why is he writing F instead of B? Binance.com. Or they can go to crypto.com, or they can, they can check. I will paste. Let me see if I can do that right away. Let me see if I can just do that now. They can go to these exchanges. They can go to these exchanges, and then yeah, they can find out what they need to find out about how much an algo costs, and then how they can stake their Algorand for the algos reward, like monthly reward or annual per annum. Most of the exchanges do per annum, but I think for crypto.com they do monthly as well. So they can just check on these exchanges and then of course find out details about that. But to wrap up this, as a developer, I would be expecting that we will. So I would quickly. Oh no, the call will end in 2 minutes. So let me just restart the call and then I can now show you what's the name? Yeah, I can now show you um, my VS Code, and then, but of course we can coordinate via WhatsApp if you have any question. Maybe you want to ask further questions. So I will restart the call I will restart the call right now.